Hi everyone, this is Romy from Hero. So what I'm going to show you today is how to make kale really delicious, and I love eating kale this way because it kind of feels like a bit naughty, like you're eating chips, but it's healthy kale. So what you do is you just grab each kale leaf, and from the stem just rip off the leaf like that. Very, very, very easy. And you just do that to all of the kale. You don't even actually have to rip off the leaf, you can just do like this. So, obviously with kale you can steam kale, and if the stem bit happens to come off, that's totally fine. It's mainly the big thick bits that I'm wanting to pull away, because they go a little bit chewy when you bake them in the oven, which is what we're doing today. We're making kale chips in the oven. So like I said, you can steam kale. It's kind of got that really healthy kale taste, which is really great if you like that, which I do, but a lot of people don't. You can also eat kale raw, up in salads, and again, like, delicious, but a lot of people don't like that. So this is like a really fun way to eat kale, and also if you've got kids, to get your kids to really enjoy your kale as well. So I'm not going to do it to all of them, but actually do that to a whole bunch of kale. Chuck it on a cutting board, get a knife, and just chop that up into little bits like this. And this is so easy because here we're all about really quick and easy recipes. And then get a baking tray, put with a little bit of baking paper there, and put the kale onto the baking tray like this. Now I use rice bran oil when I cook anything in the oven because rice bran oil is a healthier oil option when you're heating it. Olive oil I use more for garnishing on top and eating raw, so like a cold pressed olive oil, so I don't really cook with olive oil. So this has got rice bran oil inside. So you cover the kale with some rice bran oil. You don't need to use too much. And then just massage the kale with your hands like that. Making sure that all the oil is covering the kale. And then spread it along the tray, kind of as separate as possible. If you like, you can add a little bit of salt, always nice, not necessary, but you can. And that's it. That is how you make kale chips. It is so easy. Put it in the oven, just preheat the oven before to 180. Alright, so these are the kale chips straight out of the oven. I timed them, they actually took 7 minutes, so they are very, very quick to cook, and they are delicious. They're really, really crunchy and amazing, and I'm pretty sure that your family will love them. And these over here, this is the parts of the kale that I didn't use. So just a little tip with what I do with this type of stuff, like whenever I'm cooking vegetables or cutting the ends off carrots or zucchinis or peeling the skin off onions, I keep all of this and I put it in a bag in my freezer, and I just keep on adding all of these bits and pieces to this freezer bag, and then at the end of the week I just take this frozen bag of veggies that I would have probably just thrown into the rubbish bin, and I put them into a big pot, fill it up with water. If you've got chicken bones, you can add that into them. If you've got some beef bones, you can add that into it as well, but not needed. Fill it up with water and just boil it. You just boil it on a low heat for 4 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, it doesn't matter. Make a nice stock, and then put that in your fridge or your freezer. Put half of it in your freezer, half of it in your fridge, and then when I make things like if I make quinoa or rice or something, I use the stock water to cook with instead of just using water, and it just gives everything a lot more flavour, and then you don't need to feel bad about wasting this part of the vegetable because you still get to use it in your food. So enjoy your kale chips, they are amazing, and they're just a great green to have on the side of any meal. Thanks everyone.